2. Out of Fort Myers, Florida, we have Charlie Edwards. It's a black and multicolored balloon. It is an Aerostar, 90,000 cubic feet. He's got over 2,500 hours in hot air balloon flights. You gotta understand that for a hot air balloon, an average flight is going to be between 40 minutes and an hour and 30 minutes. It's very seldom will you ever have a hot air balloon up for much longer than that. That basically means that build up 2,000, 3,000 hours of flight takes an awful lot of flights. Fantasy of Flight balloon is moving across our field now, and everyone is watching it closely. We'll get an idea as to where they want to go and how they want to approach their movement against this balloon. Earlier, before we actually got started this morning, we let up a piebald, which is a little inflated balloon that is thrown up in the atmosphere and allows the pilots to get a general idea as to where the wind is going and where wind shear occurs and other drift kind of capabilities, so they start getting an idea of what they're going to do. I saw Mr. Felton put his up earlier, and that is leading my movements to staying low. Right now he's rocking 7 ADL. I think he'll probably stay that way until he gets over the plant and anything gets safe. Dark blue and rainbow balloon. It is an Aerostar at 90,000 cubic feet. He's out of Cocoa Beach, Florida. He's got over 800 hours. I might reference it to see the beautiful colors of balloons. One of the fun things about being a balloon pilot is that you end up getting to choose what you want your balloon to look like. These are not stock balloons. You don't buy them off the shelf. Each one is individually designed, and it's called Bugley. Also, many of the balloons are named, and Bugley is one that's gotten around quite a bit here in the Florida area. He's out of St. Augustine. He's flying with over 500 hours of light air balloons. Tom Green is a pilot that's flying a blue, yellow, and orange. The Cameron 90,000 out of Orlando, Florida with 805. And he's also with Sherry Fowler, who's out here with the yellow, blue, and orange. Another Cameron, 77,000 cubic feet out of Kissimmee, Florida. Our balloon meister, David Justice, is in a yellow, red, blue, orange, and spiral. It's a Lindstrom 105,000, and it actually is called Celebration Sunrise. What a perfect name this morning. He's out of Tampa, Florida. David has over 3,100 hours, David's flights have included over Moscow, the Red Square. He's flown all over Canada. He's flown in South America. He's flown in Brazil. He's flown in Australia. David is one of the most accomplished pilots in the world. He's listed in the who's who of piloting, and certainly one of the great guys to have associated with here at Southern Front. Firefly 90,000 cubic feet out of Davenport, Florida. He's one of our youngest pilots here, our newest pilots. He's pushing 50 hours right now and just barely made our qualification to be able to fly here today. The Mobby is a red, white, and blue Scallops, 105,000 square foot. It's called the Patriot. You'll obviously know by the he's got 1,350 hours. He comes out of Land O'Lakes, Florida. Winter Park, Florida. You'll often see him flying over the Disney complex in that area in Orlando. One of the ride hoppers there that certainly has got quite an active activity, over 500 hours. He's a native of Orlando and lives in Winter Park. He is both in hot air and gas balloons, and he actually has got significant flying, including Switzerland, the Netherlands, Germany, Spain, and Mexico. He has been with many of the pilots here. He has been at the Albuquerque International Festival. He is rated in the top 20 twice, 8th in 2000 and 20th in 2007. He's a U.S. national balloon champion 3 times in the World Art Games in Seville, Spain. Dick Miller is here with a dark blue and cloud lightning, a 62,000 cubic foot balloon called Thunderstruck. I think it should be obvious by the lightning design on it, 615 hours. Dick Miller is one of our more accomplished pilots and certainly known around the country. Mark Morgan is also here out of Orlando, one of our newer pilots. Mark is a yellow, orange, black, and arrows. It's a custom 77,000, and its name is pointless. You'll notice a number of points pointing to the sky. 68 feet. Rick Neubauer is a yellow, blue, white, red, and wheelchair. It is a Cameron 90,000 called Spirit of Sunrise, Port Orange, Florida. 690 hours. I think this is one of the more remarkable balloons. You'll see the name actually. You'll actually see it on the location, and you'll see the variations of the people that are reflected there in a very, very beautiful balloon. We just got word from the tower that we've got a little bit of a northwest wind up a little higher. If balloonists are trying to get up to it, it may give them a little bit more pointing, and we are excited to see the fact that these balloons all don't head out exactly the same direction. They all take a little bit of different drift based on the drift that they may pick up. That's a little bit of a northwest at about 10,000 feet as a heads up for those balloonists that are en route. You know, as you fly a balloon, one of the beautiful things about it is it's deadly silent. There's no sounds whatsoever until you hit the burner, which means you can be floating overhead and no one below knows that you're there. Then you light up the burner and everyone comes alive and notice that they all look up and there's the balloon. That's a wonderful opportunity because the balloonists can hear me talk right now and they can talk down to you as they start to fly away. So we often have communications on the ground, and whenever you see a balloon fly over you, feel free to speak up to them because they're looking down at you and hoping to get a chance to speak to you. You'll also see a balloon on the field somewhere that may have landed. Jump in and help them. They're always anxious to have other people come in and help them pack up. At the same time, they always want to share about their balloon and explain some of the things that they're doing so that other people can get some interest in the balloon category. Steve Nielsen is also here with a 105,000 cubic foot Aerostar. He's out of Newport Richey, Florida. It's a black and multicolor balloon. It's out of Medina, Ohio. He's got over 2,000 hours. Again, one of the most accomplished, certainly known in Albuquerque for his work. And as these balloons keep moving away, I think you're going to see more and more special differences in the way they fly and the altitudes they choose and the directions they drift. Kurt Peterson is there with a yellow, blue, and red spiral. He's in a head balloon. Head is a company that is located in North Carolina. It's one of the southern balloon manufacturers. They actually are well known for their balloons. And Tarp Head is often here with us this year. I don't think we've got him here, but he's one of our many people that have joined us year after year in this 30 years plus of ballooning here at Southern Fun. Kurt is out of Tampa, Florida. Steve Stocco, one of the sporting people that celebrate aviation and very much one of our greatest friends here at Southern Fun. He's flying a red, white, and blue. It's checkered on the bottom with stars on the top. Each balloon makes a decision as to whether they fly or whether there's anything with the balloon that they would concern themselves before they decide to inflate. Many will give a great deal of time to see where all the balloons go and will take their choice.